exhale a peaceful sigh. Breathing sleep, velvet sheets, clarity takes me completely. Living in a dream, it's not what it seems. Living in a dream is my reality. In the darkest hour, I was lonely and so ashamed. Distant memory of a rainy day. The fear of being alone is fading away. Surrendering my pain. Serenity starts today. Breathing sleep, velvet sheets, clarity takes me completely. Living in a dream, it's not what it seems. Living in a dream is my reality.
Life, my life, rolls down your cheek. Life, my life, rolls down your cheek. It's the end of 7 years trading bars, winter roads again. War, love and war, burn wild in your eyes. War, love and war, my own words in my side. Out beyond the ceiling, standing still, casting shadow in day's pale light. Sailor skin, southern cold and age, love and sin, hide away.
student from J5. Where's it going?
Patrick Gowan, Glenn Rutter, Andrew Berryman.
Why don't you just sit down and wait just a minute? Pick up the phone. I'm coming round to me. I'm round to me. Just throw it all away. How did you so incredibly good? You left worldwide and you're back home. I wanna know, I gotta know. How did you get so incredibly good? When you're in all the places in your new. Tell me when you go, how you get so damn good. We just gotta get to where you are. Let's go now. Oh man, baby, can you feel it now? It's a big wow. Tell me it's a big wow. I put it down just to feel you out. I feel you now. In a big town, baby, it's a big town. I check the time, running late in the dressing gown. No time to sit down. No, I can sit down. It's getting hot, you and I. There's a fire now. We can put it out. No, I won't put it out. So I said, let's sit down, in and out, run around, make a sound. And that's what I'm about. Get down, sing and shout, clown around, make it loud. And that's what you're about. Sit down, in and out, run around, make a sound. And that's what I'm about. Get down, sing and shout, clown around, make it loud. And that's what you're about.
eyes wait for everything. A gentle band, a finger trailing down my spine. It's just an empty space now. Scarring the mattress on your side. You think the sun's come out and the tides have changed, and there's a God upstairs and he knows your name. When someone becomes a boy which you pray becomes a shadow from a place that's rainbow stays. So if you wanna It's easier, so we all know each other. 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 It's easier, so we all know each other.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another week of the Believe It or Not live quiz. I'm excited to be here with you guys. I'm excited to get amongst it, have a good show. Who's ready to quiz? And as usual, with me tonight, I have our regular quizzes. Say hello, Jono.
How you doing, Jake? Good to be here, man. Big week for BION, big week for the country. Quizzes have mostly come back, so I hosted one at Bosun's this week, had a few teams show up, and
Nice.
I think we had 100 and something venues. So yeah, I'm very thankful, and as we all should be, to the 450 or so people in here right now, and hopefully, yeah, you keep growing. Love that you were just playing the Dictaphone Blues as well. Shout out to the Morgan family and family friend Rowena, who's playing with them at home. And shout out to Saudi Arabia, who really came through last week and hopefully again this week. But yes, those are the shout outs.
All right, and let's say hello to our other quizzer, Andre. How you, bud?
He may still be on a call.
Oh, that's
I believe
right.
he's on a call.
He
Yeah.
just got an
So-
important phone call on the Believe It or Not phone. So he's currently talking to a quiz company somewhere.
I mean, that's, Andre has to do the hard work in the company. He's the one who has to take the calls.
yeah,
And
he's the big man, you know. He's
the fact that he's beaten me the past 2 weeks means I'm fine with this. He can miss the start of it. That's all good by me.
missed the first couple of questions.
I'm all right with that.
All right.
Jacob Love, how have you been?
Yeah, I'm good. I just moving to a Thursday is interesting. Change of pace.
That's right. New day. Yep.
I've been out in the world a little bit. Level 2, going out, doing things. I had a baby shower on Saturday night.
Look at you. I love it. And you released a new podcast, a new video as well.
Yeah,
So
I had a music video out this morning. Yes.
there you go.
As part
Look that
of
up, folks.
New Zealand Music Month, in association with Music 101 at Radio New Zealand. So if you want to check it out, it's called Waste Away by Jake Love on YouTube.
It's a very cool video.
Andre's not here, but should we crank straight into the quiz?
Yeah, and then when he does get on the line, we'll just say, hey, question 1 was blah, question 2, we'll do it quick. But we may as well get on it. Yeah, that's fine.
So for those of you at home, this is what the quiz is going to look like. It is geography, odd one out, the list and a drinks break, TV and cinema, and colours. And you may have noticed I've edited up a new little intro slide. It
looks so good.
It's just got the 4 rounds. It doesn't have any of that dead information on it. So, things are really cranking up for the Believe It or Not live team.
Well, there's no confusion this week. I mean, we know what we're scoring, and it's all here on the front page. So, yep, that's exactly right. Let's get into it. Geography round. Good start.
Before we do, ground rules. I'll just go over the ground rules.
Yes.
I know it's mostly our regulars, but if there's anyone new, I'll just do the ground rules really quickly. Same format as usual, 4 rounds, the list and the ponderous puzzle. The ponderous puzzle pop up at the end of every round. Andre and Jono, when Andre arrives back, are going to be competing against each other. If you're playing along at home, it's just for funsies. Mark your own scores or mark your family's scores and see who does the best. Our quiz is aimed at people over 18. It's usually in pubs. However, there's nothing rude or lewd about it or anything. You'll 90% and 99% of the time be absolutely fine if your kids are playing along with you. If you're saying hi on YouTube, we will be reading along. We'll be saying hi back. If you want to correct us on anything, mainly my pronunciation of words, then you're absolutely welcome to. However, don't be going into, anything dark or rude or yucky, because it's not fun. It's a family show. And also, don't post any answers in the chat as well. Answers, some people don't want to be spoiled and stuff like that. So please don't be posting the answers to not ruin it for everyone else.
Jake, I got to say, I used to like BION fans. Now he comments, Andre could probably win even with the head start. So I think I'm out on BION fans. I'm out on him.
Out on BION fans. All right.
Officially, yeah.
Here we go. Some geography.
Yep. Here. And then hopefully Dre will arrive and he'll let us know and we'll,
Yeah. Here we go.
Let's go. Cool.
Question number 1. Completed in 1932, what bridge connects Dawes Point with Milson's Point?
Okay, question number 1.
I'm just actually going to type these for Dre so he can catch up.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he doesn't need a head start at all, BION fans.
Yeah, there you go, BION. We look out for our own here.
Yeah, we do.
Now, I actually, John, I don't have live numbers of how many we've got watching this week for some reason. YouTube's given me tech issues on my end. What are we sitting at?
We're currently at 550, which is quite good considering we're now very much in level 2. So thank you all very much for showing up. And if we keep mentioning Saudi Arabia, maybe we'll get some more people as well. That's all. It worked last week somehow.
Yeah, we might get jumped. All right, should we go on to question number 2?
Let's do it.
Question number 2. This is Malacca, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in what country? I got a video for you. Oh.
Kind of. Oh, no, we're good. Yep.
What a video.
It's pretty good, and it's the kind of video you can get away with in this quiz.
Yeah, absolutely.
The music's fair. Like, I'm sure the guy who did the music's going to copyright strike us, but
maybe
it's really nondescript.
Yeah, it feels pretty royalty free, but maybe I'm slagging somebody's tunes off without real warrant.
I'm not a big Geo fan, but I've enjoyed these first 2 questions. I like it. Good so far.
Okay. I've been informed by Andre that even though he's providing tech support at the moment, he is playing along anyway, so we can keep chugging through. What a pro. What a pro. Question number 3. Nome, Cordova, Sitka, Valdez, Barrow, and Fairbanks are all towns and cities in what U.S. state?
Yeah, it's rare to get a geography round that doesn't have a US state in it.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy go-to.
It's a bit of an evergreen. Normally we'd have the blue map with the yellow, but this is different. This is good.
Oh, don't you worry. I believe the blue map with the yellow might still have a chance to make an appearance.
Terrific.
All right, moving on to question number 4. These pictures all represent what country?
There it is.
There it is, right there. It's a classic, isn't it?
It's one of the best things that BION's done, I think. It's one of the things that we've given to the world.
I mean, we don't make them. We just find them on Google, I'm pretty sure, but
Yes.
there you go, everyone. It's not our quizzes that we want to be known for. It's our blue maps with yellow countries.
I want to say, there are always people on every team that know flags. I'm not a flag guy. Jake, are you a flag guy?
I'm a little bit of a flag guy. I like flags. I like vexillology. It's interesting to me, but I like in a shootout. I probably wouldn't do better than your average person at flags.
Yeah, I've just never really... I know the big flags. I think the quiz on Tuesday night, we had the Belgium flag, the China flag, the Israel flag. Those are pretty easy ones, but this one I can't quite pick.
All right, well, we'll move on to question 5. Give you a little bit more time for it later and see what you think.
Yep.
Dollis Hill, Muswell Hill, and Canary Wharf are all found in what city?
I'm very thankful for Canary Wharf there.
That gave it to you?
Yeah, I think it'll give it to a few people.
And what about you, Andre? No, he's not back yet.
Now, stunned silence.
I actually am. I'm just trolling you at this point.
Hey, there he is.
Here it is, Andre Kosovac. Welcome.
Welcome back,
Hey,
bud.
guys.
Did you help some people with their tech?
I did. One of our wonderful customers just was having some tech issues because real quizzes are back now, so I get late night phone calls. But no, they were good. They just got sent some wrong files, so should be in.
Who's sending out wrong files?
Someone who works for us.
Goodness
BION
me.
fans is thrilled you're back.
Oh, good bloke.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on
Carry on.
to question number 6. This is the famous ice hotel. It is located in Jukkasjärvi, which is in what country?
You own that pronunciation.
There's no way I got that right. No chance that I got that right on the first go. I'm just... Jukkasjärvi, maybe?
Yeah,
If it's where I think it is, it would be a yuk, I believe.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Jukkasjärvi
Yep.
on second try. All right, moving on.
Nick's pick is I did resend it to you. Yep, 11:09.
Just doing work talk and the thing. Moving on to question number 7. What is Kip in Laos, Som in Kyrgyzstan, Naira in Nigeria, and Won in North Korea? We didn't get to hear from you earlier, Dre, but how's your week been, bud?
Yeah, good. I assume you covered it, so I'm not going to prattle on. But yeah, all the quizzes obviously coming back, which means fewer of you here with us tonight. So thank you to those who are watching. But do go out and support a real pub quiz too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty good.
600 people.
Hey, look at that.
Yep.
People still like us. That's good.
They like your dulcet tones just enough.
Moving on to question number 8. This EarthCam photo was taken in what city?
Is this the easiest question we've ever asked? Yes or no?
It feels like a gimme, yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
It'd be like a 1 or 2, not even a 2 on a difficulty scale.
what I'll say is it's a cool question. I get why it's being asked, but it's not too hard, I don't think. Just quietly.
I think it must have been written when these things were like a big trend.
Mm.
The Earth cam photos.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Because they really were a big deal.
And Nick is Pickers, that's fine tomorrow. Yep, whenever. Just before next Tuesday.
You guys can talk about this after the quiz. We're moving on to question number 9. What island, named Aotea by Māori, is circled in red? I mean, there's a few clues and stuff in there, but...
There's a lot there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of clues in there. A few clues. 1 or 2.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 10 and last for our geography round. Which of these logos represents a motor vehicle company which is named after a Japanese river? Is it A, B, or C?
This asks you to know a lot. This is interesting.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know until I was going over this quiz that A has that logo.
Hmm.
I don't know what A is.
Yeah, it's actually their official logo, but, you know. I was like, what car company is that? But they're all car companies. They're all big ones. You've definitely driven behind one of each of them at some point in time.
I just drive Toyotas, mate.
Pretty good.
Come on, that was really good.
All right, moving on to the first clue of the Ponderous Puzzle. If this is your first of our quizzes, which I'm assuming most of you are regulars for our live quizzes or at least our pub quizzes, but you will get one clue for the Ponderous Puzzle at the end of each round. The earlier you get it, the more points you'll get. If you get it in this first round, you'll get 10 points. The second round is 8 points. Third round is 6 points. And the fourth round is 4 points. Write down your guesses every round, and then when you get it right, at the end, see where you got it, give yourself the points. Here's the first clue. I am a fruit taken from a tree whose leaves are ovate. Originally from China, I've made my way progressively through the Persian Empire to the Mediterranean in the past 4,000 years. Alexander the Great introduced me to Greece and Spanish explorers to the New World, where I was planted in the gardens of Spanish missions all over California. The USA has a national day every January in honor of me. I was described as an aphrodisiac here in Shakespeare's A Midsummer's Night's Dream. My wife's going to be mad that I pronounced that wrong.
Aphrodisiac?
Nah, Midsummer Night's Dream. I said Midsummer's...
I was like, yeah, that's
Midsummer's Night Dream, which is the classic slip-up that Shakespeare buffs go crazy over.
Shakespeare fans don't like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm tossing up a few fruits here, but yeah.
Yeah, they also don't like when you say that it was never Shakespeare writing and he was just stealing the works of other people in the Shakespeare conspiracy. We won't get into the Shakespeare conspiracy. Moving on.
Next week.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to wait for some answers from these two guys, and then we will move right into the next round.
Yeah, I'm just typing mine to you now.
After we go through some answers.
Nice. Cool. Just sent you mine.
All right. That was pretty quick. You feeling confident on them?
Ish. Ponderous, not particularly. And I didn't love the car. Didn't love the flag. I think Dre's going to know the flag as well.
It's in my neck of the woods.
I think it's your neck of the woods. I just don't know which country in your neck of the woods, but I think it's right around there.
All right. Well, I got Jono's.
You have mine.
Oh, and I've got Andre's. Let's mark them.
Mr. Battlefield, imagine doing a pub quiz online instead of going to a pub in real life. Well.
And then BION fans owned them, though. I thought that was pretty good. You could do it online as well.
I feel like Mr. Battlefield won.
You think he won?
All right, are you guys ready to see some answers?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here are the answers for the geography round, and then I'll show you guys where your scores are at. It's very interesting this week.
Okay.
Different. Completed in 1932, the Sydney Harbour Bridge connects those 2 points. You both got that one fairly easily. This is Malacca, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Malaysia.
Yeah, I was helped. I've been to Malaysia weirdly, like on a stopover, and so I sort of knew that one.
Ah, well there you go.
Yeah.
I actually think that's almost cheating. Insider info.
That I dared to go there once, 2011.
Yeah. All right. Question number 3. Nome, Cordova, Sitka, Valdez, Barrow, and Fairbanks are all towns in Alaska.
Often with Alaska, for me, it's the picture.
Yeah,
I know it could be Colorado, it could be whatever, but I often think Alaska with a bit of snow.
Like Alaska or like Maine, maybe.
Maybe.
I was going to say there's a reason the map wasn't there, and it's because it's obvious one physically, so you can't really show it.
Right.
Yeah.
That is very true. Yeah.
Exactly. Evan Yates says the Straits of Malacca are pirate waters.
That's why I was there.
Sure.
Jono's a pirate.
Yep.
Question number 4.
Captain Morgan.
These pictures all represent what country? North Macedonia. I will accept Macedonia if at home if you're playing along and you've just put in Macedonia. I would
because it used to be Macedonia. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was reading apparently it's like if you live there it's like very locally accepted still as Macedonia even though it's officially North Macedonia. So
yeah, no, absolutely. I wrote I had Estonia. I don't know.
Yeah, which was wrong.
I know.
Question number 5. Dollis Hill, Muswell Hill, and Canary Wharf are all found in London.
Yeah, so a friend of ours, Ian Ferguson, lives in Canary Wharf, and I've been there, and that is kind of what helped.
All right. Well, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Question
The
number
only
6.
one I knew.
Yeah.
This is the famous Ice Hotel. It is located in Sweden. It is open each year between December and April.
Yeah, I fell for the Iceland trick there.
Yeah, classic.
But of course, as they say in D2 the Mighty Ducks, Iceland is covered in green and Greenland's covered in ice. So, it was never going to be Iceland, was it?
Well, let's not get into Mighty Ducks discussion again. That'd be 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, true.
Next week, every other week, we can talk about the Mighty Ducks.
Quack. All right, next week.
Question number 7. What is Kip, Som, Naira, and Won? They are, of course, the local currency. Currency would be accepted, obviously.
Yeah, that just made sense. I'd heard of one, and then why would you ask it otherwise? So
yeah. Question number 8. This Earth it's New York City. That was a crazy question.
Yeah, it was.
BION fans wants to know when we're starting our Mighty Duck podcast.
That's what we had last week.
There is a good one out there, actually. I can't remember what it's called, but I've listened to a few episodes, and they actually get like cast members, and it's kind of fun.
There you go. We're here to promote their Mighty Duck podcast.
Yep, exactly.
Question number 9. What island named Aotearoa by Māori is circled in red? It is Great Barrier Island.
Yep.
And lastly, which of these logos? It was Isuzu, Suzuki, and Hyundai. And the answer I was looking for was A, Isuzu.
I should have known when you paid attention to A that was why it was the answer.
Yeah, I always Google answers.
Yeah, I should have known.
And I can tell you that Andre got the ponderous puzzle. Jono's still looking.
All right.
Which is gonna leave the scores looking like this. Andre on the full 20.
Oh my god.
Having got it, and Jono on 7.
Mm-hmm.
So what's usually a tight race is a clear front runner this week, but there's still time.
Right, put the ponderous in there. We'll see.
Yeah. Should we get straight into some odd one out?
Let's do it.
Yeah, how this works is every question you'll see 3 possible answers, and the answer we're looking for is one of them. Here we go. Which of these animals is not found in Africa? A, B, or C? I really enjoy that picture of the otter just destroying a salmon there.
Pretty brutal, eh?
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, if you look down there, yeah.
Just real nonchalantly as well, just like, what? I gotta eat, man. Come on. Alright, moving on. Question number 2. Which capital city is not also its country's most populous city? Copenhagen, Edinburgh, or Madrid? And just a nice big old map of Europe. Alright, question number 3. Here we go. Which composer was not of the Romantic era? Franz Schubert, George Frederick Handel, or Hector Berlioz? Handel? Handel, eh?
Handle, yep.
Yeah. George Frederick Handel or Hector Berlioz, maybe. Something like that, I reckon. And
Almost certainly Han, by the way, but you know.
Handel?
Yeah, I don't know that German, I assume. I don't know that the Germans have a hand.
You could be right. But I don't know.
Ordinarily, we'd have a piece of music playing here.
Of course, absolutely. Ordinarily, we'd have some music, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to risk pissing off one of those guys.
You don't want those graves to get.
All right, question number 4. Who is not 6 feet tall? A, B, or C? It's a classic. You got to know who they all are as well.
Very much so. Yeah.
What a trope of the BION quiz is like, hey, who's this out of A, B, or C? But we're not telling who you are.
I'll say this: 3 very famous 1990s ladies.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And some going beyond.
For sure.
Yeah.
Really, all of them except for A probably went beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Question number 5. Who did not star in this film? Kevin Kline, Nick Nolte, or William Hurt?
You ever seen this film?
I haven't.
It's very good. It's a great soundtrack. It's kind of cliched now, but it's a bunch of like Motown songs because it's an 80s film and it's a bunch of like 60s college friends getting back together.
That's cool.
So they play a lot of Motown. It's a cool movie. It's good. Good hang movie.
Is that Goldblum on the left there?
Yep. The cast
man.
is really good. The cast is terrific.
Yeah, well, I love all of Kevin Kline, Nick Nolte, or William Hurt, so...
Yeah, that's right.
All right, moving on to question number 6. Which country is not a member of the Commonwealth of Nations? Bangladesh, Panama, or Singapore?
On the previous question,
Yeah.
that wasn't a trick. Like you weren't removing guys from the poster or anything, yeah?
Nah,
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, like you can see that the 2 guys were clearly there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
It was a video originally, and I had to take out the video, and I figured if you could recognize all of those guys from a lineup in a poster,
we could.
I'd reward you. I knew that you guys would, obviously, but more for people at home if they can, pick all those names immediately from posters. Good on them.
The piece of trivia, I'm going to give you a piece of trivia here and not screw it up like Evelyn Waugh. Kevin Costner was in The Big Chill, and he's the guy who dies at the start, and he's like under a blanket. He's meant to have like flashback scenes. It was meant to be his first movie, and they cut him out.
Oh.
And so that was going to be Kevin Costner's big break, a huge film, and he's not even in it. And he's there technically. It's his first movie, but he's not seen.
Wow, that is big trivia.
There you go. I pulled that one off.
That's almost Sean Wallace levels of trivia, I think.
Thank you very much.
All right, question number 7. Which set of eyes is not at least 50 years old? A, B, or C? We also, another classic BION trope is slamming some eyes.
Yeah, we don't do the eyes as much anymore.
I mean, I still do a lot of them in the Fun Day Fridays.
You do. Shout out to the Fun Day Fridays.
shout out to Fun. Oh, we love Fun Day Friday, don't we, Jono?
We both lived through Fun Day Friday. So
There's nothing I enjoy more than having to start my Friday at work at like 7:30 so I can finish a Fun Day Friday before 10.
But I love checking your Fun Day Fridays. I have a lot of fun looking at it. So there you go.
Yeah, because you don't have to start doing it till like 9:45.
You're right.
All right, moving on. Question number 8. Who was not alive during the 19th century? Agatha Christie, Isaac Newton, or Napoleon Bonaparte?
Was the previous question a trick? A lot of visual ones have felt very easy this quiz.
That one was also but I didn't want to say it.
I mean, again, eyes, got to be able to recognize them.
Do you though? When two of the faces are like visibly of older people, I don't.
Wow.
Well, to me, just the one that is the answer was very clearly not 50 years old, but
You don't know. All right. Question number 9. Which of these basketball moves does not score 2 points? An alley-oop, a free throw, or a slam dunk?
I like these questions because it's basically asking, like, you don't know basketball, so here you go. That's what we're saying with this question.
Yeah.
It's not a difficult one.
No, it's really not.
No. It's a good picture, though, you got there.
We do get in trouble with American sports because people think we have too many of them, which is probably fair criticism. But they're sort of weird because either if they're easy enough for people who don't know them to guess, they're always too easy for the people who know anything about them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a can't win.
No, you're exactly right. Like, quite often we'll ask a question like, what is an offensive player in the NFL? A quarterback, a cornerback, or a safety? And it's like, well, I don't, it's got to be a quarterback. That's the problem. Like, we do make them a little easy. So
we had one of those a couple weeks ago on the line.
We
but
did.
It was what's a defensive and safety.
That's
was
right.
One of the options.
Yeah, exactly. So.
All right, moving on to question number 10 for this round. Which town or city does not stand on a river that shares its name? Chicago, Oslo, or Whakatane? And we got
Nothing interesting to say about this one, bro.
No, it's.
I mean, you're not going to mention the spinning globe gif. It's a classic.
Oh, it's worth a mention.
And there it is. All right, and for those of you at home who are still looking for that ponderous puzzle, and and Jono, here's your next clue. I grow best in regions which experience cold winters. My trees can rise to be 12 meters tall. 95% of my American harvest grow in California's San Joaquin Valley. Turkey is the world's largest producer of me. In Australia, I am mostly grown in a region of South Australia called the Riverland. Diseases which affect me include powdery mildew, ripe fruit rot, and scab. And in winter, I lose my leaves. All right, and that's our round 2. These guys are going to send me their answers. I'll mark them up real quick, and then we'll go into the answers for the round. And then we've got the list after that.
Is it a good list?
Is it a good list? Yeah, it's an okay list. It's a bit like roundabout of trying to get the point across, but it's a good list of answers.
But it's not golfers that have won majors.
No, nothing to do with golf this week for the list, guys.
All right, that's a shame.
BION fans, it's not an okay list at all, is it? I'll tell you what, it's not it's not the periodic table and it's not golf, so we'll see how we go.
Is it the Edmonds cookbook?
Sorry? It's not an Edmonds cookbook, but man, I wish it was.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, Marie Jane was talking about making dinner in the chat. Was going to ask for the recipe if and only if it was from the Edmonds Cookery book. Otherwise, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's all we like. All right, I've sent mine to you.
Yeah, I've got them and I'm marking them at the moment.
Mm. Look at you.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Hey, look at us.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Oh, that's a great answer you've given me for number 1, Andre. I like it a lot.
It was in-depth thinking, I thought.
Trying to remember what number 1 was. We'll soon see. We'll soon see. Like,
It was the animals who weren't in
Well,
Africa.
do you want
yeah, that one I did struggle with. I did think about that a lot.
do you want to know then, Jono?
I really want to know.
All right, let's go through it.
Cool.
Which of these animals is not found in Africa? The hippopotamus, the tapir, or the otter? It is the tapir, which are only found in South America, Central America, and Southeast Asia. The hippopotamus and otter are both found in Africa. Andre said could be C, but I think tapir. Well, he said B. Could be C, but I think tapir, South America, and Africa might have some kind of ottery boy. Plus, Jono called you out on announcing the right one in previous round, so surely a trick.
That's fair.
Good. You talked about the otters. I was like, this is
Yeah, I'll
fishy.
say this, like, we all knew the hippo was in Africa, and then it was a 50-50.
Yeah, that's the idea, right?
Everyone knows the hippo. And here's how we know the hippo, because of The Lion King. We all know the hippos, and, it's singing to Simba. Here's
I
how
mean,
we-
also just like knowing that.
Oh, just knowing. But for me, I know my African animals through The Lion King, so
Jono knows most of his trivia through movies.
certainly The Lion King.
Yeah. All right, question number 2. Which capital city is not also its country's most populous city? It is Edinburgh, which has Glasgow, of course,
Glasgow, yeah. Yep.
which is Scotland's largest city. Which composer was not of the Romantic era? It is Handel. Is that what we decided on?
Yeah, I think so.
We got there, yeah.
We talked about him so much, it kind of gave up the game, I think, for a bit.
I was just dead certain it was Schubert. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I know nothing about classical music. So.
I mean, yeah, that's true. So that was Andre's one slip up in this round, Jono. So you managed to
All right, I
gain a
clawed
couple
one.
of
That's
points
good.
on him.
That's good. All right.
Question number 4: Who is not 6 feet tall? A, B, or C?
This-
Which is
This is a great question, by the way, because we know the answer. Dre and I both know the answer.
Mhm.
But the supermodel is the one who is not 6 feet tall, which is interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's the answer, yeah.
So yeah, B, Cindy Crawford.
Yeah.
Who is
Yeah, that's
5
right.
feet 9 or 175.
Mm-hmm.
I
A
got.
lot of people would think she's taller.
I also got to point out why do we take out Uma Thurman like that by using that photo? That's just mean.
I know. It's like
Yeah,
her
it's-
and Renee Zellweger is the same. You should never show those pictures of her as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough one. Yeah. I've noticed we tend to be pretty rough on the photos and Believe It or Not quizzes.
Wayfarer 221. At what point do hippos sing to Simba? I just can't wait to be king. When that song is on, there are a bunch of hippos in the water singing to Simba.
It's true.
I don't know if they're singing, but he's definitely bouncing around on him and stuff.
They're enjoying it. Yeah.
There are hippos. Yeah. We're not-
Yeah, good.
This is our
We can't confirm.
our spin-off podcast about the Lion King.
And Mighty Ducks. 2 great 1994 movies.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, question number 5. Who did not star in this film? It is, of course, Nick Nolte. He's not there on the poster.
So I don't even know if Andre's seen this film or not, but all he had to do was look at the poster.
No, I was just kind of looking at the actors, but yeah, William Hurt
Yeah.
at the back and then John Klein on the right.
That's right. And those are the 2 lead actors in the film, really. They're the main characters. So
Stacked cast, actually. Tom
It's
Berenger,
amazing.
Glenn Close, Jeff Goldblum. Good lord.
Well, I think from memory, Glenn Close and William Hurt were the ones who got Oscar nominations. I could be wrong, but like they're terrific. It's a good film. It's a really good film.
All right. And question number 6. Which country is not a member of the Commonwealth of Nations? Bangladesh, Panama, or Singapore? It is Panama.
Yeah, South America.
That's nothing more to say about that one, really.
That's it. It's South America.
From South America. All right. Question number 7. Which set of eyes is not at least 50 years old? A, B, or C? It is, of course, C, who is Leonardo DiCaprio. He's
Yeah.
45. Rachel Hunter and Shane Warne. What ties DiCaprio, Shane Warne, and Rachel Hunter together, I really am not sure.
We'll have to ask Brendan Lockheed tomorrow. I'm not sure. The thing is, so Dre, did you recognize the other? I know you would have recognized Leo.
No, I got both.
Okay, yeah, because I recognized Warren, and then I thought it was Hunter, but I knew it was Warney and Leo.
Warren took me longer than Hunter, actually.
Yeah.
but-
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Warren for sure, and then Leo. Well, you know he's not 50, so.
Yeah.
Probably that question works better with a smaller age range or like younger people, where it could be more surprising. Because Warren is very wrinkly, and then Rachel Hunter is just very famous to us. So,
And we just know we've had Leo in our lives too long to know that he's not yet 50. We'd be very aware of that if he was 50, because we're going to be.
just the amount of like online articles, like, can you believe Leonardo DiCaprio looks 50? Look at him, he's so handsome. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Leo is 50 and he's dating an 18-year-old. That's just going to come out.
He drinks from the fountain of youth, so
Yes.
he looks like he's in his 30s.
Exactly right.
All right. Question number 8. Who was not alive during the 19th century? It was Isaac Newton.
Can you go back to the question slide, please? On that?
Sure.
I think Karen in the chat was asking what the monkey was about. That is just classic BION stock image use, is what that is. That is a monkey doing some thinking. An ape, obviously, clearly.
The only time a monkey is going to matter is Charles Darwin. Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
it's
this-
just like a head scratcher,
Yeah.
Represents all of you at home scratching your heads thinking about it.
This was a fun question for me because normally we'd go late, so it'd be someone that was alive only in the 20th. Agatha Christie probably quite close to being only alive in the 20th, but no, it was Isaac Newton being older. So I like that question.
You're absolutely right, Chris. He's 1890 to 1976.
There you go. So yeah.
Well, there you go. There's all the
That's it.
their
Yeah.
timelines. Question number 9. Which of these basketball moves does not score 2 points? It is, of course, a free throw, which is only 1 point.
And that question was it was a free throw of a question.
Yeah, though I guess you can hardly be like an alley-oop, a slam dunk, or a three-pointer.
Very true. I mean,
It's not
what else could you go with? Like a baby sky hook? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not much you could do.
Oh wow, Melanie in the chat. It could be an apple that fell on the chimp's head. That's really clever, and I know it isn't true because it's too clever. We don't think that hard about this. I know the man who puts these together, and I can promise you.
Yeah.
It's me really these days. Melanie, the thing is, the songs we pick in the pub quizzes are often that clever, I like to say, but the pictures, they vary.
Shout out to Matt Ansley.
Matt Ansley, I love Matt Ansley, but yeah, it's less so.
Slagging him off.
love
Question number 10. Which town or city does not stand on a river that shares its name? It is, of course, Oslo, the Norwegian capital.
Yeah.
Which is on a different river. All right, you guys.
Kane, Gimme There, and then Chicago, fairly famous. So.
Well, yeah, that's it, exactly, yeah.
You guys ready for a list? Do you want to do a list?
Well, how we doing with Ponderous and all that stuff?
I can tell you. Oh yeah, you want to see some scores first, of course.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jono got the Ponderous in that
Okay.
second round, which is pretty good. We're just going to leave the scores. Andre, having got one wrong, is on 29, and Jono did a big.
Or one back? Two back.
Did a big 10.
I'd be a
So
couple
it's
back
now Andre on
Yeah,
29,
I'm still back. Yeah.
Jono on 25.
Because this is a 4-4 match as well. This is right in there.
Yeah, this is deep in the heart. All right. So we'll give you the list in a second, and then what we're going to do is we'll take a, let's say a 5-minute break. We'll go to a quarter past, and then we'll ease you back into it.
Let's see how hard the list is.
Yeah, grab another drink, grab another thing. Here is your list.
Yep.
It is any novels by Charles Dickens, the Bronte sisters, or Ian Fleming, whose title contains the surname of a character. Like I said, it's a fun list of names.
I like that.
This is delightful. This is a very good list.
Yeah,
it is surprisingly hard because people always have a hard time with books.
Unless it's Harry Potter.
Yeah, unless it's like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter.
Thrones, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, yeah.
But this is a delightful little puzzle.
I like Dickens. I'm happy with the Dickens here.
Yeah, there's like, I'd say there's 3 or 4 that are pretty easy gets, and then the rest require some thinking. But yeah, I think it's not too bad.
There's a nice, easy Bronte. Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll give everyone. Should we go till 20 past and give everyone a bit longer to think?
That sounds good.
All right. We'll see you guys in about 9 minutes. I'm gonna play some music, and then everyone feel free to go grab another drink, have a think, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Feel the morning glow. Hold me in and kiss my skin. Hear the birds above sing their songs of loving. In the dawning light, I sit and watch the world go by. I meditate and contemplate, exhale a peaceful sigh. Breathing sleep, velvet sheets, clarity takes me completely. Living in a dream is not what it seems. Living in a dream is my reality. In the darkest hour, I was lonely and so ashamed. Distant memory of a rainy day. The fear of being alone is fading away. Surrendering my pain. Serenity starts today. Breathing sleep, velvet sheets, clarity takes me completely. Living in a dream is not what it seems. Living in a dream is my reality.
and welcome back. I hope you all had time to grab a drink, go to the bathroom, and write down some books. You were just hearing a Dunedin-based artist called Juno Is with her song It's No Groover. She's really cool, and one time she gave me a ride to the airport in Dunedin because we got really stuck. Fun fact for you guys, Jono and Andre.
Who I missed the start of that. Who are you saying?
Yeah, you cut in, sir.
Sorry, so the artist I was just playing, her name's Juno Is.
Okay.
She's really nice. One time my band and I were playing a show in Dunedin, and she gave us a ride to the airport.
Look at that. Terrific.
At legit probably 6:45, and we were out in town till at least 2:30. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
very very shout out to Juno Is.
I'm going to give a shout out to Imogen Staines. I've been drinking Witherhill Sav, thinking of you. Also to Jill and Steve Sewell, who are terrific. Shout out to them as well.
There we go. Shout outs left, right, and center, and shout out to the however many people we have tuning in with us tonight. I don't have live numbers, but Jono, what are we sitting on?
We're on about 660.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I just like saying 660.
as long as we don't forget our roots, should we do some answers? Any novels by Charles Dickens, the Bronte sisters, or Ian Fleming whose title contains the surname of a character? Here we go. Barnaby Rudge, David Copperfield, Dombey and Son, Little Dorrit, Martin
Little
Chuzzlewit,
Dorrit.
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, The Pickwick Papers, Jane Eyre, Agnes Grey, Dr. No, and Goldfinger.
It's really crazy how much Dickens takes up there. It's like 9112. So Dre and I obviously filled ours with Dickens. I regret not remembering Little Dorrit, but obviously we got Jane Eyre, we got the two Ian Flemings. I said Octopussy for number 10, which to me was kind of like a Prince thing. It's a first name and a surname, but it's probably not accurate.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he wrote Octopussy for sure. So
Well, it's not on my list of correct answers, put it that
Okay.
way. So,
that's fine.
but yeah.
I got a 9. I don't know what Dre got. But I got a 9.
Dre smashed it. Dre got a 10. Dre's really sticking it to you this quiz.
That's
but,
all right. That's fine.
Hey, it's a game of
he
two.
knows I've got to buy a round next week, so it's
Yeah,
a big one.
exactly. It's a game of two halves. It's a game of two halves.
Is it? I don't know.
Louis done it. No, there's nobody in called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Sorry, Louise. No.
All right.
I mean, the car. You didn't say it had to be human, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's a classic, believe it or not, screw up, isn't it?
Hmm.
All right.
Andre's pulling a Cleveland Cavaliers comeback on me, by the way.
Yeah.
This is like the Cavs Warriors.
Should we do some TV and cinema?
Let's do it.
We know how
This is our
much
round.
you guys all hate us when we talk about sports, so we'll move on.
We'll talk about TV and cinema.
TV and
Which,
cinema.
by the way, we're going from sports to entertainment as well in our lives, so that's good.
Yeah.
Let's do it here.
All right. Question number 1. Which of the current iterations of these Marvel superheroes was the first to star in their own film? You got Ant-Man, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange.
I'm going to say this is a really good question
Yeah,
because I know it's tight.
very tight.
Yeah, I know it's tight. And actually, these are probably 3 of the better Marvel films as well, I reckon. I'm not a huge Marvel guy, but these are 3 of the better ones.
Yeah, I especially like the what they did with Spider-Man. I quite like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Question number 2. This actress, who died in 2013, was, along with her elder sister, one of Hollywood's leading ladies of the 1930s. Who is her sister, still alive at the age of 103?
The next Kirk Douglas here.
Yeah, this I actually haven't checked this today, so
Yeah, well, that's the problem with this here.
we would have heard though, right? Surely.
But no, I do. This is one of the great sibling rivalries of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's classic. Question number 3. What is the home planet of Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker? Just a nice Star Wars question.
It's good to get in. I mean, back in the day, the questions used to be who's this character, and it was Pablo Gil. So this is a bit more.
Do you want to tell the story? It's one of my favorite Believe It or Not stories.
Well, that was so. Before I got the job writing questions, we went to a pub, and Brendan Lockhead, who we love Brendan Lockhead, but he doesn't know Star Wars very well. He doesn't know Star Wars or The Simpsons. So he thought this character, Pablo Gil, was like a big deal, like a Boba Fett style character. Like people knew him, kind of a fringe character.
Because he didn't want to go obvious, like
who's
Luke
this
Skywalker, Darth Vader. Don't want to do that. Dig in a little,
So he said, "Who is this character?" And it was Pablo Gil, who is. I think it was like episode 1 or 2, very obscure.
One shot in one of the prequel films.
He's one of the Jedi Masters in Attack of the Clones. I think he fights like all the Tim Morrison clones in the background somewhere.
There is no one in the world, even the guy that played Pablo Gil, that would have got that.
I'll pull up a photo.
Yeah, and so our team then named ourselves Pablo Gil for the end of time. So if you see Pablo Gil around, that's because of that question.
Yeah,
written about 10 years ago now.
Here you go. This is the Wikipedia. This is Pablo Gil, everyone at home. This is what he looks like. That's the one shot of him that exists from the movie.
So memorable. And this went out to like the whole country, and if anyone got a point on it, it's incredible.
So fantastic.
So I remember, like Branko especially loved it, so he decided that was our team now. And my dad, Michael Morgan, was on our team, and it was terrific. That was our team name for years.
Pablo Gil. All right, let's move on to question number 4.
Yep.
Which of the Kardashians has the 3 children with Scott Disick? Is it Khloe, Kim, or Kourtney?
This is the kind of thing when we asked this in the Herald quiz, especially about the Kardashians, everyone's like, who cares? But it's not a hard question. I mean, you know this. This isn't too bad.
That's my favorite pub quiz answer when you ask something and people just go, who cares? It's like, well, us, if you want a point.
Yeah, who cares about the Kardashians?
It's also not true. Like a lot of people care about them. That's why they're famous for a very good reason. Like
it's a fun show to watch. It's all right.
Yeah, it's been going like a crazy number of years now as well.
When did it start? I want to say like 04, 05, maybe 03, like somewhere in that vicinity, right?
Oh,
it's a while.
Find out.
Put it in the quiz, bro.
Yeah, what year?
2007.
Okay, wow. So it's less than I thought, but still like a while for an e-reality show. Wow, okay.
Oh, nice Shane Field with the big who cares. All right, let's move on. Oh.
Number 5.
Question number 5. What Kiwi actress played Amy Smart for 4 seasons on Go Girls?
I'm waiting for a Step Dave question.
Yeah.
As far as New Zealand shows go.
You won't get me putting in any Step Dave questions, but who knows?
No.
Who knows? We are very close with someone who was in Step Dave here at
Well, one of us is, yeah. That's right.
Very, 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 about as close as you can be to a person, I think.
Yeah, no, social distancing era, like you're still pretty close in that.
Yeah,
so
without being a direct blood relative.
No, close as you can get.
Robert Hodgkinson destroying us in the chat, by the way. And it really was a very easy Kardashian question. Like, it doesn't really reward fans of the show, because it's kind of one.
It's easy, yeah.
Even your dad knew. But hey.
It's not like the answer was like Tristan Thompson or anything. It was like, there was something to it.
Right.
There's nothing to it, rather.
Question number 6. Otherwise, we're going to get bogged down in TV and cinema forever.
This is fun.
What 58-year-old is toasting his success here?
No.
Yeah, we got a toast in there.
It's not even that. It's just how, I don't like to say how easy, but look at that. We know who that is.
I mean, we do, but quite warped for one of these. They're often less warped than that.
It's a really good Photoshop, but he's just so famous.
Like someone will guess Tim Shadbolt. Yeah. I don't know.
I suppose. The problem is, I guess I just love this guy too much. That's
See,
probably
my
why.
thing is that just looks like a face that he could probably make.
For sure.
Yeah.
He could pull that by himself.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Noggins, sorry to interrupt again, but Noggins has mentioned Jersey City rather than New York City a bunch of times. I feel like it's definitely New York, but
my response is
no, it's New York City. Yeah.
That's 2 rounds ago, Noggins. Let it go. You know.
It was a year ago, Michael. Let it go.
I mean, Jersey City is kind of there.
No,
that's all.
Yeah. I probably would give you a point for Jersey City if it's technically within the bounds.
I think it's one of those, we got in trouble with a lot of Americans. We had, what city is the Pentagon in?
Oh, yeah.
We had
yeah.
Washington, D.C., but technically it's a part of Virginia
It's
somewhere.
Virginia, yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, the metro area of New York City expands well beyond whatever, like, technical legal definition is there.
Yeah.
So I think New York City, wider New York, definitely still true the same way Washington, D.C. was, but
Yes.
not technically true by their, whatever, local council designations, maybe. So I think Noggins deserves either a bonus point or just a point, but you'd still give New York as a host.
You get the ultimate prize, Noggins, which is the satisfaction of trumping the quiz hosts. That's what everyone loves.
It's true, they really do.
All right, moving on to question number 7. Major Anthony Nelson is a character in what 1960s TV series?
This is a tremendous question.
Tremendous photo.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's really good because of the photo.
Yeah, I'd love to pull off a flight suit like that guy. Do you want question number 8? This is a really hard
Yeah,
one.
yeah, because I know number 7, so just go. Just keep going.
Super
I'm
hard.
thrilled with it. Yeah, let's
Who
get
is
8.
this Murine crime fighter from a 1980s TV series?
This is a vintage BION sort of question. This was a huge show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jono's going to really like this next question, actually.
Question 8, I've liked all the questions so far.
I think you'll really like question number 9. It's sort of it's geared towards you, but not necessarily a gimme. And I'm interested to see what you think.
Okay. Because the last time. Okay.
How many individual Oscar winners are there in the cast of the HBO series Big Little Lies?
I know it, but it's a really good question.
I came up with it all by myself.
That's really good. That's really good.
And I spent a long time going through the cast.
Here's how good it is. I'll put it in brackets in my answer to you who the Oscar winners are. This is a good question.
Great. I've got them as well, yeah.
I figure you do.
Would we have the theme playing in the pub? Yeah, for most of these we'd probably... I don't think... If you're talking about question 7, no. But question number 8, I think we would.
I mean,
the theme would give it away the way it's worded. I don't know if...
Yeah, true.
Well, certainly,
it's such a good theme, though. It's like...
So certainly question number 7, yeah, it would, yeah.
Mm.
I mean number 8 I was talking about, actually. But
Okay. Well, certainly this one may be showing up in a pub near you soon. Little hint there.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
You going to steal my questions?
1109, brother. 1109.
All right. And question number 10. Was this film released in 1999, 2002, or 2005? Emma Perry has asked a question about the Big Little Lies question. Is it season 1 and 2? Yes, it is both series.
That's why it's a fun question. Yeah.
Series 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
All right, and then for those of you at home who are still looking for that elusive, ponderous puzzle, here is your next clue. I am a drupe with the anatomic name, Prunus armeniaca. Varieties of me include Clutha Gold, Fitzroy, Golden Wairata, Gold Rich, Moore Park, Royal Rosa, Sundrop, and Travart. These are my stones. All right.
bit of a gimme with those stones, really, isn't it?
Yeah, there's only one stone fruit in the world.
Just the very, very classic fruit stone shape there, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. This would be like a round 7, I think, in a regular quiz. All right, I'm going to wait for some answers from these
I've sent mine to you.
guys. Oh, I've got some answers from these two guys. Let's see how
Well,
we go.
I just had to put in brackets the Oscar winners, that's all.
I tried to match you, but I don't know if I counted all of them. I don't know the cast that well.
It's a fun question because, there's there's one or two that got added. And one this year that makes it enjoyable. It's a good question from Jake Love. Good round.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, really good round.
A good level of difficulty, I thought.
Mm.
Because they had a couple, like, some old people, like some really old people stuff with question 2. Question 7 as well, but also some new stuff with the marbles, and then none of it was too hard, but
I thought question 7 was amazing. We'll get to it because it made it look like a show that it wasn't.
it's a cool trick,
fun.
yeah.
That's what was really fun about that question.
Which question was that? Sorry.
Question 7. I'm not going to say the show, but the astronaut.
Major Anthony Nelson.
Yeah, that was really good.
All right. Well, you want to go through some answers?
Let's do it.
All right. Which of the current iterations of these Marvel superheroes was the first to star in their own film? It was Ant-Man, which was 2015, Doctor Strange was 2016, and Spider-Man was 2017.
I got that. I flipped kind of a coin. I knew Ant-Man or Doctor Strange, and I thought Ant-Man was just before because it was a big deal when that came out. I kind of remembered it being before Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Ant-Man was a good time. Paul Rudd
All
was
three of those are good movies.
Yeah, Paul Rudd was kind of a get for Marvel, though I guess at that point they were like, could really get anyone they want.
Well, to be honest, so was Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a great get for them.
Probably just as much so.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. John, I've put it to John.
Oh my god, what's going on
What
here?
a typo. Wowee.
Tion.
Well, Tione Fontaine, who died in 2013, was, along with her elder sister, one of Hollywood's leading ladies of the 1930s. Now, Jono, the question is...
I did the thing I do. I did the thing I do every week where I read a question wrong. Olivia de Havilland, but I put Joan
Who
Fontaine.
is her sister still alive?
It's Olivia de Havilland. It's Olivia de Havilland.
Olivia de Havilland. Jono said Joan Fontaine as the
I
answer.
know, of course I did. I misread one question a week. This was my one this week.
There you go. Well, I miswrote a question this week, and there it is. So.
You certainly did, Joan Fontaine.
To Joan.
Yeah.
Louise done it. Olivia was Melanie in Gone with the Wind. Gorgeous. She was.
True. Very true.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
103. That's,
Nuts.
She old.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What is the home planet of Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker? It is, of course, Tatooine.
That's a nice one.
Where Rey buries their lightsabers in the incredibly canon Rise of Skywalker.
Well-loved picture.
What a great film. As good as any of the rest of them. Question number 4. Which of the Kardashians has 3 children with Scott Disick, Khloe, Kim, or Kourtney? Kourtney.
Yeah.
That's, of course, who that is.
My favourite of the 3, I think.
I don't know that I'd say I have a favorite.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I feel like most people like Chloe the most, just based off personality and having terrible luck with men, and everyone kind of feeling bad for her and liking her. But
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Very few say Kim is their favourite. So
I quite like Kim, but I'll move on before we get into our Kardashians podcast.
yeah.
Question number 5. What Kiwi actress played Amy Smart for 4 seasons on Go Girls? It is Anna Hutchinson.
It's not Maya Margaret White.
Who's that?
Anna Hutchinson, I knew that when I got that.
I don't know Maya Margaret Wyatt.
No, Maya Margaret Love, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, question number 6. What 58-year-old is toasting his success here? It is, of course, Jim Carrey. That is exactly who it was.
Yeah.
But you're right. Very...
It's fine.
Very stretchy face.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you can just picture him doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Question number 7. Major Anthony Nelson is a character in I Dream of Jeannie.
I mean, it's a great question, and that we probably would have played the theme, possibly, which very much gives it away because it's do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But it looks like it's Star Trek. That's the closest you could get to me singing. But yeah.
BION fans, we got so close to Jono launching into a song there.
But yeah, it looked like it was Star Trek or one of those, sci-fi shows. But yeah, I Dream of Jeannie. Yeah, exactly. It's Larry Hagman, who later played J.R. Ewing in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 8. Who is this Marine crime fighter from a 1980s TV series? It is, of course, Danger Mouse.
the use of the word Marine, I don't know if that was a U joint or a Brendan back in the day joint, but that's terrific.
That's vintage Brendan, that is.
That is terrific writing. I really appreciate it.
Murine's good there, yeah.
Yeah. Question number 9. How many individual Oscar winners are in the cast of the HBO series Big Little Lies? There's 4 of them. Nicole
Yeah, there
Kidman,
are.
Reese Witherspoon, Laura Dern, and Meryl Streep, who joined for the 2nd season.
Yeah, so you got Meryl, Kramer vs. Kramer, Sophie's Choice, Iron Lady, Reese with Walk the Line, Nicole with The Hours, Laura Dern with what is it? The
Marriage
Noah
Story, isn't
Baumbach film from this year, Marriage Story. Yeah, exactly. Supporting actress this year.
No, it was The Last Jedi, bro.
Moving on. Was this film released in 1999, 2002, or 2005? It was 1999. Never Been Kissed.
Yeah.
It's a good film.
It's a fun look. Drew Barrymore had a really good run there. Where Wedding Singer was 98.
Yeah.
Never Been Kissed there. Ever After was 98. It's a good little spot for her.
Shannon McKetchie chimes in with a "Did you know the I Dream of Jeannie theme has lyrics to it?" Apparently.
I'll sing them if you can bring them.
There
And
you go.
Sue says Bewitched. That's really fair, actually. The main actors are obviously.
Well, yeah, because Bewitched was the 2 Darrens, but yeah, very similar shows, obviously. Not as good a theme song for Bewitched.
Yeah, but Bewitched has the classic nose.
The
twitch
nose,
noise,
yeah, Elizabeth Montgomery, yeah.
and has that great Will Ferrell film.
Great remake.
With Nicole Kidman, Oscar winner Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, there we go.
As Samantha, yeah.
All right, let's do round 4. Let's
do it. Let's get through it.
Let's get out of here.
We're on the company's dime. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Round number 4 is colours. Here we go. 4 seas are named in English after common colours. The Black Sea, the Red Sea, and the Yellow Sea are 3 of them. What is the other, an inlet of the Barents Sea?
What are the scores, by the way?
Oh yeah, I'll do a score update before we carry on. Dre's going to be pretty hard to catch. Dre's well ahead on 49. Jono's just behind on 43. Well,
oh my
a
god.
bit more than just behind.
I think I have one wrong.
Yeah, you do. You have one wrong so far.
Bloody Chabert. What a dick.
This is coming to be a bit of a wipe for Dre.
I would say.
All right, question number 2. What title have we removed from this album?
Well, there's the second one.
I mean, I do know this one.
All right. Moving on to question number 3. It's a sport question. Everyone's favorite. What sport would you be watching if number 1 wore red, number 3 wore white, number 7 wore black, and number 8 wore pink? I'm going to have the I Dream of Jeannie theme stuck in my head for the rest of my weekend. Almost guaranteed.
Yep.
I am going to have the fact that you clearly left a double space between watching and if.
I know.
In my head.
I saw it as I was reading it and I went, oh my goodness, what have I done?
Tell us in the chat if you notice that kind of thing, because it drives us nuts when we type.
Well, it especially drives Matt Ansley nuts.
Yeah, who makes them? So he's a perfectionist and he really does a good job. But
he does.
We don't actually know how much you guys care about the slides. Like sometimes we think a slide is terrible and everyone seems fine with it. Never says anything. So.
Yep.
Angela Grant says we've had this one at a quiz night before. It's kind of a question, a classic question rather. It's kind of a question.
It's just a question, man.
It's a classic because it's sort of a riddle as well as a question.
No, and Jake does. I think to lift the hood, we do use some of our older quizzes to build these streamed quizzes, just because we have to write 5 of them a bloody week as this. So I think you do cheat a little bit by stealing old ones.
Yeah, we're not exactly making these boys fresh, but you know. Carrying on. Question number 4.
There's some freshness.
I bring some spice to it. Filmed around Arrowtown, what 1993 TV series is an adaptation of a Jack London novel by the same name? And now, tell me, do you guys have this? Because I have a fun tidbit that somebody in our audience will love, but I can't give it yet unless you guys have it. I'll tell you, I'll give it in the answers. We'll come back to it.
Okay. Yeah, let's just save the answers.
What color is the left hand or pole side of the flag of the Vatican City? Or that's another one, isn't it, Dre? I've just realized that it should just be flag of Vatican City, right?
You're taking that tutorial to heart.
Yeah, that was a good education.
Andre Kosovac schooled a couple of us today, so yeah.
I think either or, but the key is you didn't capitalize the, and that I'm proud of you. So
Yeah. All right. Question number 6. The White Lady is an iconic food caravan that has operated in what city since 1948? I like this question. I'm not going to say why I like it. I'll say
No,
the
yeah, well,
answers,
that's it. That's it.
but I
I feel like I can guess now. But
I like it.
Nah, Dre knew that one.
if you know where our offices are, you'll figure it out. Question: did you ask about the left or the right-hand side of the Vatican City flag?
It's a good question.
It's the left-hand side, which is also known as the pole side.
Okay, yeah.
Evan Yates says closed now. I don't think so. In fact, I definitely...
I don't want to say how I know it's not closed, but like,
Yeah.
I can tell you I know it's not closed.
Moving on, question number 7. Who is this band who had a 1967 hit with their song A Whiter Shade of Pale? Stunned silence on that one.
I know this. I'll be impressed if Dre knows this.
Nah, I got nothing for you here.
Because music is the one place where I can take Dre, and I do know this one. This is a great song, and Dre definitely knows the song.
Yeah, music, the great equalizer. You know the song for sure. It's a big classic
Turn to
song.
whiter shade of pale. It's a real song.
You'd know it from the organ tone alone.
It's a great tune. Yep.
All right, question number 8. My marriage in 1950 saw me add what color to my name?
It's a good question.
Man, I'm just going to go back as we've had 2 comments in a row about the guy on the left in this band photo. One to say that he has a hedgehog for a hairdo, and another person to say he's wearing Seinfeld's frilly shirt.
Oh, the puffy shirt.
The puffy shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
Both accurate comments. That's
Yeah.
I don't want to be a pirate.
Yeah, pretty good. It's fashionable, Jerry.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to be a pirate.
So great.
What's it, the close talker?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Great episode.
TV and cinema again. Question number 9. What color was the owl and the pussycat's boat?
Maya is furious with me about what I mentioned before, so I'll stop mentioning it.
I think it deserves a 3rd season.
Hey, you're the one mentioning it now, not me.
Bring the gang back together.
Yeah. And the last question for the quiz tonight. Here it is. Question number 10. What color flag is usually raised to indicate a legal throw in a discus, javelin, or shot put event? Green, white, or yellow?
What was 9? Sorry, I was reading the chat. I completely blanked on 9.
What color was the owl and the pussycat's boat?
Huh.
And for those of you at home who are still looking for that ever elusive ponderous puzzle, here is your next clue. A relative of the peach, I am smaller and have a smooth oval pit that falls out easily when the fruit is halved. Central Otago is where I am mostly grown in New Zealand. On a list of fruit alphabetically, I'd come right after the apple.
Jake, for the owl and the pussycat, I'd like a bonus point if possible, because I gave you a really nice summation. I know it's not allowed, but I need it.
It's very nice. No.
I gave you the real answer.
You did give me the real answer. I can't give you anything for it, but
I know.
How many points ahead was I?
Enough, man. 6.
No, 6? Okay.
6. Because I like this round. I don't know how you felt about it. You should be okay.
Hmm,
I care about this competition now that it's tied. I didn't used to.
I'll get either 6 or 7, so yeah, I think you're screwed. But
Yeah, I think I'm done, but that's fine. It was a good round, I
It's
thought.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I've got Jono's answers back. I won't tell him how many you got, but
Okay. I feel good about that round.
oh, I posted. Well, this is behind the scenes Wizard of Oz stuff. I messed up that list, Jake. Sorry, I'll resend it in a sec. I didn't mean to answer the music question. Or yeah, okay, hold up. Don't mark mine yet. Is the point?
I get it.
I meant to answer Shirley Temple, but I think I messed up where she was.
Oh, okay. Just send me what you have for that one, because that's the only one I'm missing, and then I'll see where you're at.
God, I make that one mistake. I don't read the questions properly every week. Joan Fontaine, what was I doing?
I have a hunch you might have done it again, Jono.
In this quiz?
Yeah, in this round.
In this round?
Yeah,
Alright.
we'll see.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, you know.
All right, here we go. Apricot is the fruit that you were looking for, by the way. So figure out what round you wrote down apricot, if you did, and award yourself points accordingly. 10 for the first round, 8 for the second round, 6 for the third round, and 4 for the last round. And here is our last chunk of answers. Let's go.
Before you start,
Oh, okay.
Angela says, I feel I've doubled up on too many colors. I had the exact same feeling. I had tripled up on some colors even. And that always makes you nervous because normally we like to spread out the answers a little bit. I don't know that you did in this one.
It's a bit hard in a color round, though, isn't it?
No, I'm not going to blame him. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not complaining. It's just sort of the psychology of answering it is always tricky. It's like being in a high school test and you have multiple choice and you have to answer A 3 times in a row and you're like, oh, surely not. Surely this is impossible.
I mean, I'll tell you this: like we've famously done "Believe It or Not" rounds where every answer's been "Believe It," so it can happen.
Yeah, but the difference there is that there's only 2 answers to choose from, right?
Very, very good point. But it's the A theory again.
People would purposefully put "or not" just to be like, surely they wouldn't do "or believe it."
Yeah.
I was there that week, and we had 10 "Believe It's," and we were like, "Oh, we got to change one of these to "or nots," because, and of course, there was all "Believe It's." So.
All right. The answer to this one was the White Sea.
Yep.
Which you guys got. Now, Jono, this is where I think you might have slipped up. I said, what title have we removed from this album?
Oh, Under the Blood Red Sky.
Yeah, but you wrote. You just gave me a
No.
color.
Give me that one. No, that's okay.
You only gave me a color. You didn't give me
Under a Blood Red Sky. You too. I'm not going to win with this.
You can't give him that point if he just wrote red. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know that I know it though. Under a Blood Red Sky.
I
The
do,
album
but
cover itself is red. Like you just saw the color and wrote it down.
Under
Yeah,
a
but you
Blood
know
Red
that I know
Sky,
that.
but
You know I know it.
Listen, it's not about me knowing whether you know it. It's about you proving that you know it.
All right. I just hope Dre beat. I hope Dre beats me by more than 2.
That's
Hey,
how.
we're upsetting the mutilator. I think we have to keep going. Sorry, I'm not messing with a guy called the mutilator.
All right.
Under a Blood Red Sky.
Question number 3. What sport would you be watching if the numbers were those colors? It would be greyhound racing.
The dogs. Yeah.
I think Noggins, our old pal Noggins, he said more than one sport. I assume it's the specific combination of color and number.
Yeah.
And then other sports that also involve the things would have different numbers with different colors, but the same idea.
Yeah.
Correct me if that's wrong.
I think that sounds right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, he says harness racing.
So-
I double checked that question. That is a tricky question, but I assume that is the solution.
I mean, I put the dogs.
Filmed around Arrowtown, what 1993 TV series is an adaptation of a Jack London novel by the same name. It is White Fang.
Yep.
Is what we're looking for. The tidbit I had was mainly for BION fans because I know he's looking for material. There was a movie of this in which Ethan Hawke starred.
Oh, wow.
That's true. Yeah, the great Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
The great BION meme Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
There's also, I nearly wrote it as an answer until I remembered the round name, which is a useful tip if you're ever in a gimmick round to never forget the gimmick. But the Call of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the most famous Jack London, yeah.
Famous 2020 film starring Harrison Ford that nobody saw or liked.
No,
Yeah.
COVIDed, yeah. Might have even been pre-COVID.
I think it just snuck in and still nobody saw it.
Nobody
Yeah.
saw it.
All right, question number 5. What color is the left hand or pole side of the flag of the Vatican City? It is yellow.
Yep.
The White Lady is an iconic food caravan that has operated in Auckland since 1948, of course.
And I saw it last night. It was going last night.
Yeah,
so.
I had some last weekend.
That's what I was going to ask, whether it survived the COVID, but
No,
that's good that it did.
I was walking past it last night. It was still going. So
Yeah,
there you go.
I had it for dinner last Saturday, so yes.
There you go.
It's still going.
Yep.
Who was this band who had a 1967 hit with their song Whiter Shade of Pale? They are called Procol Harum.
I wish every question was just Procol Harum. That would be amazing. 'Cause this is my kind of question. I love this. This is great. Procol Harum.
You could have said the name, and I would have misspelled it so badly that you wouldn't give me the point.
Yeah. I knew Dre wouldn't get that
It's
one.
a big song. You have a Google after this, Dre. You'll be like, oh yeah, I know this song.
Dre will definitely know the song, but it's just,
I mean, John was saying it so beautifully, so I already know what it was. But
Yeah.
Question number 8. Shirley Temple's marriage in 1950 saw her add the name Black to her last name. She married Charles Alden Black in 1950.
Good question. She kind of looked like Judy Garland. She kind of looks like Judy Garland there as well. But yeah, Shirley
Yeah,
Temple.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. What color was the owl and the pussycat's boat? As Jono pointed out in his text to me, it is green. It's especially pea green, according to the story.
Pea green.
They
Pea
went to
green's how
sea
they
in a
say.
beautiful pea green boat.
Yep.
Louise done it with the trivia. She became ambassador to Ghana. That's very good trivia, actually.
That is.
Another bit of trivia for the audience. The reason Jonathan probably knows that fact about the pea green is he's allergic to peas. Yeah, there you go.
That's true. Don't give me peas.
Yeah.
Or give me peas if you want me gone. That's how you do it.
All right, and question number 10. I've heard enough in my lifetime about Jono's pea allergy. I don't need to dwell on it.
Everyone has.
Question number 10. What color flag is usually raised to indicate a legal throw? In all of these events, it is a white flag, and we've just got a white square for the answer.
That is lazy.
It's a white flag.
That's the best kind of beyond laziness.
Yeah.
Because it's not wrong. That is a white flag right there.
All right, I'll give you. You guys want to see some scores? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I just hope I lost by more than 2.
Andre takes it out pretty squarely with 56. Jono not far behind, but you had 52. So
I'll take that because under a blood red sky, I maintain I got right, but the other one I know I misread. I know it.
I know you know it, but as I said, you have to prove. Imagine if you're at a pub quiz with a host who didn't know you and you wrote red, they'd be like, no.
If I knew they were a U2 fan, I might take it. I don't know.
Oh man, Stephen Kyle with the quite a nice compliment actually. One of the best questions you guys ever wrote required multiplying the number of Vestal Virgins and Whiter Shade of Pale with something else. Mildly obscure lyric and a great piece of trivia. Oh, thank you, Steve.
There you go.
This is a good question. This is good.
BION fans with another bit of trivia there as well. Whiter Shade of Pale and Bohemian Rhapsody are the only songs to go to number 1 to feature the word fandango.
Wow.
There you go. All right, you guys want to do a tiebreaker? We have no tie to break, but we could just do it just for funsies.
Yeah, why
I
not?
feel like you reveal our answers before sorting the winner GIF, which
Yeah,
I don't know if that's...
I did, but that's all right. I already knew the winners.
We got up to a peak of about 860 people. That's pretty good. Thank you so much for coming in level 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at this though. Tiebreaker.
All right. How old was Britney Spears at her last birthday?
Problem is, I know this on the dot. So
right,
let Dre go first.
Sure, let's
I know it on the
let
dot.
Andre go first.
Yeah, because I know it.
38, I think.
And
Yeah.
Jono?
Yeah, that's it. So there you go.
Well, there you go, guys. They're both right.
Yeah.
It's 38. Classic.
And I've seen enough of Britney Spears during lockdown. She's had a really good lockdown, and yeah, I know she's 38. So.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. And hey, that's our quiz. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for playing along at home. Thanks for being with us again for another lockdown quiz. We'll be on Thursday nights for a little while. Obviously, things are a lot less locked down now, but you know, we're still having fun, and we're still getting a few of you dedicated, you know, fans coming along to watch us. So we'll keep going for a little while longer at least, and you know, see how
No,
we're feeling.
I couldn't be more touched that 860 people still watched us in level 2, and may it remain. Thursday makes sense to us. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are big pub quiz nights, so Thursday's good, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's cool we get to do this under the Believe It or Not banner. It's really just a chat for us, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's really fun.
All right. Well, I look forward to the BION fans memes tomorrow whenever they come out.
Always.
Yeah, Jono, do you anything to plug?
Anything to plug? I mean, shout outs to the people I initially shouted out, the Morgan family, Rowena, the Heatley family in Australia, Imogen Staines, Jill and Steve Sewell, they're great. And that's about it. Yeah, it was really good. Congratulations to Andre, who scored 3 weeks in a row. I've scored quite well, but he scored remarkably. So that's how it goes.
Andre, anything you want to plug for winning?
I just want to thank our moderator, Anna. She did a great job. I don't know if Maya moderated tonight. I never actually asked her. Shout outs to Maya. I think we made her furious anyway with the
She's
TV
watching.
chat.
She's currently watching a historical drama about Peter the Great. So there you go.
Far less interesting, frankly, but that's not counting for taste.
Um,
Thanks for watching, guys. That's really all we want to say. A surprising amount of you. We would have been happy with 800 at the start of lockdown. So thanks for sticking around.
That's it. That's well put. Yeah.
Yeah, and
see you next week.
If you want to get in touch with us, Facebook and Instagram are the places. Andre will probably reply, or John or I, believe it or not, quizzes, I think, on Facebook. BION_SkyNZ on Instagram. Obviously, Jono can be found on Tinder, Bumble, plenty of fish.
Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, OkCupid, all of that. Yeah, Andre, you can contact just by calling, apparently.
Yeah. Call him on the BION phone. And,
call him on the phone. And me, you got to go to the apps. So
yeah, you can get a hold of me on Instagram. Jake Loves You is the place. And then go watch my music video. I'll say that. Go watch
the video. It's really cool. Please do watch Jake Love's video. I like it.
If you like 80s films, go check it out on the YouTubes while you're here. Jake Love is called Waste Away. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for coming to the quiz. See you later. I'll play some music to see us out.
Have a good night. Enjoy your Queen's birthday weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.